Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to your core and stretch workout. My name is Jenna, fitness coordinator in Bedford. If you're in Bedford, you know that today we have a closure down in the fitness center just for the day. So we're going to take all of our on-site classes to a virtual setting today. So I hope you can still follow along at home. I know it's early. We're going to get through this core and stretch workout, working on strengthening our abdominal muscles while also getting a nice stretch in as well. You don't need any weights or anything today. I would just suggest a place where you have some space, maybe a nice mat or a surface you can lay down on. I'll be doing mostly body weight core exercises. So we're going to get started in just a minute here. We're going to start off with some stretching and foam rolling before we get into our core work. You do not need to have a foam roller. I know some people do. If you have one, follow along when you try to do exercises that if you don't have a foam roller with, you can still do it without one at home. The exercise of the week for our 5K prep, focusing on core, which is perfect. I have this core class today, so we'll be hitting lots of core, hardcore glutes. It was yesterday, so we also hit core. Still get plenty of that this week. Again, starting out with our foam roller here. If you don't have one, no worries. So you're going to start on your mat, feet out in front. Okay, so I have the foam roller to my left side here. I'm going to take my leg that's farthest away, bring it across my body, and on top of the foam roller. So I have this 90-degree angle. If you don't have a foam roller, this is where you're just going to do this position on the ground without it being elevated. If you have a block or a yoga block, something else where you can put your leg on, maybe a pillow to elevate it, that's perfect too. From here, you're going to bring both your hands together. Open up that shoulder, the upper body. So bring that hand all the way down to the ground as far as you can go, looking at those fingertips and coming back here to the front. So let's do that again. Let's open up, working that shoulder, gaining some mobility, reaching all the way back as far down as you can, and coming back to center. Good, so I want you to follow that hand with your eyes. We're waking our bodies up this morning. Nice job. Let's go for 3 more. All the way over. Good, here's 2. Feel a nice stretch in your shoulder. And last one. Here we go. Follow that hand with your eyes. Back, back, back. Good, you're going to come back here to that starting position. Now we're going to take it around head, so sort of in a circle. So I'm coming by my ear, extending that arm close to my body, and now I'm making a big circle, so coming all the way around, down here towards my leg, and back to center. So essentially I'm making a big circle now. I'm getting a little bit of a deeper stretch, maybe deeper into that shoulder, that back now, that spine. Let's go for 5 big circles. You do not need to follow your hand with this one. Just working out that mobility. Nice job. All right, and last one. Good. All right, that shoulder should be feeling good, activated, mobile. We're going to switch to the other side, so just face the other way. I'll just switch my body so that I'm not facing away from the camera. Same thing, one side of me, I have my foam roller here. The leg that's farthest away comes on top at 90 or so. Again, if you have a yoga block or if you do Pilates and you have something, a pillow, any elevated surface you want to rest that leg on, that works perfectly. Okay. Apologize. Again, we're here. This palm is flat to the ceiling. This one comes here, following that hand with our eyes to open up the other shoulder as far down to the floor as you can. Once you feel that stretch, come on back to the center. Good. And all the way back. Open it up nice, wide.
We're slowly waking our bodies up, getting ready for the day. Started off with a nice stretch with some core work. Nothing too crazy, just enough to get us started for the day. Let's do 3 more here. Good. Each time I want you to reach a little bit further towards the ground. We're here. Good. And last one. Breathing. Good. Let's bring it back into center. Now, if you remember what we did on the other side, same thing here. So we're coming all the way back. Around, nice big circle, coming down towards my leg, now scooping back into that starting position. Let's go for 5. Take your time. Nice big circles. Might start to feel it in that other shoulder. It's working a little bit harder now. Nice job here. Let's do one more. Good. Nice job. All right. Let's sit on our mat. I'm going to bring that foam roller away for a second. I'm sitting here just with my hands behind me, my feet in towards my butt a little bit. I'm going to bring one leg in front and cross it over, so I'm making like a figure 4 with my knees. I'm going to push this knee out here as much as possible. And by bringing this foot in that's on the ground towards my butt, I'm feeling that stretch deeper in that glute. Okay, so we're holding here. Again, nice deep stretch in that glute. If it's too much for you, take that foot and just bring it out a little bit further. No worries. And hold. Good. From here, we're going to stay in the same position with our legs. Now you're going to roll it onto your back here. So again, I keep my feet where they are. Hands come through. If you just want to grab underneath your knee, pull it in just a little bit towards your just pop up. All right. Other side here. Making that 4 with our knees, driving that knee out, feeling that stretch in the side now of that left glute, bringing this leg in for that deeper stretch and holding. Nice job. Breathing nice and strong, deep breaths here, picking ourselves up a little bit more on this Wednesday. Hopefully by the end of this, you're feeling a little more awake and ready to start your day. Let's bring this same positioning here back on our back, bringing those knees in a little bit towards your body. Don't have to pull too hard. Be gentle with yourself. Just looking for that extra stretch. Good, nice job. We're holding. Good. All right, we are back up to sitting. Let's swing those legs around. We are in our tabletop position, so hands and feet on the ground. Hands are right under my shoulders, and my knees are going to be stacked right under my hips. I have a nice flat back here. Head is looking down towards the ground. We're going to bring our belly button up to the ceiling and have a nice round back as we inhale. So pushing into the ground, I have my back is rounded. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to do the opposite. So push my back down, but towards the ceiling. Now you're going to have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. That should be an exhale. We're going to come back up here. And pressing down. Whoops. Let's do 3 more of those, working on your inhaling and your exhaling. Here we go for 3 at your own time. Good. All the way up. Nice round back. Press into the floor. And last one. Good. From here, we're going to come into our downward dog. I apologize. My earpods do not seem to stay in ever. So we're in our downward dog here, pressing into our hands. So you're here. I'm going to put my right arm out beside me, flat on the ground. Okay, now I'm going to roll onto that arm. So my body is coming over it, stretching out that shoulder. And we're holding. So stacking those feet. That right arm is extended all the way out. My other arm here is on the ground just to kind of help myself out, push my weight over gently, feeling that stretch in your shoulder. Good. Let's come back to center. Nice job. Bring that hand back in. Let's now bring that left arm out, or your right, and bring it over. Bring that body weight over. We're holding. Feeling that stretch in our shoulder. Really nice job here. Go back to center one more time each side. So I'm bringing that right hand back out, rolling over. Should already start to feel a little bit more mobile in your shoulders, that we've done a few things now to work our upper body. Maybe you're not feeling so tight. Or keep working on these stretches. But anytime you want to not follow along, continue to do a certain stretch. Do what's best for you. Good. And back to center. All right, staying on the ground, I'm going to grab my foam roller once again. If you have one, great. If not, we're going to do something else. So we are going to stretch out our hamstrings. If you do not have a foam roller, I'm going to have you do pigeon pose stretch. So we're going to be here over your hip, holding, stretching out that glute and those legs. You're going to be here while we do the foam rolling on the first side of our body, holding. Once we switch sides to the other side to foam roll, you're going to switch sides in your pigeon pose to stay here. The closer your upper body is to the ground, the deeper the stretch. If you have a foam roller, follow along with me. You are going to put this underneath your legs here. You always want to be stabilized on this. So hands are going to be behind me the whole time. Right foot is flat on the ground. My left foot is now just up in the air. So now I have my hands grounding me, this foot here down to the ground, and my left leg is here. So I'm going to be working my left leg, pushing through this right foot in my hands now to facilitate the movement of the foam roller along my left leg. Again, if you don't have a foam roller, you're going to be in your pigeon pose for the first side, holding. And if you're foam rolling, slowly working that foam roller up towards your butt, all the way down to about right above the kneecap. Rolling out those hamstrings. Maybe you did hardcore glutes yesterday and your legs are sore. Mine always are. So we're rolling them out nice and slow. We're holding that pigeon pose. Nice job being gentle with ourselves today, this morning. Good. Let's switch to that other side. So again, just to go back to where our body positioning is, my hands are behind me. Okay, my left foot is down to the ground. It's staying there the whole time. My right foot is now up in the air off the ground. So we're working our right hamstring. I'm pushing into the foam roller and using my arms to push myself. So the trick is to get yourself off the ground with your feet and your hands. Whatever foot is off the ground here, that's the leg you're going to be working. So again, nice and slow. Working through anything that's tight. Anything that feels kind of stuck, loosening it up. So one of the best things we can do is foam roll. A lot of lactic acid can build up with heavy lifting and strength, weight training, or just training in general, overtraining. Okay, let's grab both of our feet here. You're in pigeon pose. You can do the other side one more time and hold, stretch out that glute. Both of my hands are behind me now. Both my feet are off the ground. It's going to be a little bit harder now, but you're going to move yourself forward and back. Same thing with the foam roller. The tricky part is to get yourself to move forward and back on it. Once you get it down, it's no problem. Good. 10 more seconds here. Then we'll move into something else. Really great job so far. Keep following along. All right, let's let it go. Nice work. We are going to be doing a glute bridge, but I'm going to use my foam roller to have it in between my legs. So I'm squeezing my legs together and squeezing my core at the top of the movement. So this is going to work your core a lot. You're going to be using your hamstrings, your glutes, your adductors. So if you don't have a foam roller, if you have a block or something that you can put in between your glute bridge here, I recommend that. If not, you're just going to do glute bridges and that's perfectly fine. So I have my foam roller here. This is already, I'm going to be squeezing my legs here. Feet are flat on the ground, a little bit close to your butt, but not too close, all right? You want to have that bridge. Your head can be relaxed on the ground. We're going to come all the way up, so we're squeezing our glutes and core at the top, and then we're going to control on the way down. You'll notice with the foam roller or a block in between your legs, you're working really hard now to hold that object or the foam roller in that glute bridge. So you're squeezing a little bit more, so you're going to feel that a little bit more. Holding at the top, core is squeezing. Gently bring it back down. Let's go for 10. We'll take a 10-second rest and we'll go back for 10 more. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're up for 10. Good. Squeezing. Breathing, of course. Nice job. Here's 5. Control on the way down, all the way up. 6. Good. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Shake it out. Give me a couple seconds of rest here. Let's go back to doing these glute bridges without an object. You're going to feel like you want to squeeze, but now you're going to have nothing there. So let's feel this without anything. Just body weight. All right, hands by our side. Let's go up for 10. Here. See how much you're already squeezing, even though you didn't have to? That object forces us to work a little bit harder. Now when you take it away, you're still going to work as hard. Here's 5. Nice job, team. 3, 2, last one. Give you a little bit of a breather here. We are going to be doing bird dogs. So this can be done body weight easily. We're going to start in a tabletop, work each side, go through a couple patterns of it, and then move on to something else. So, move this out of the way. This exercise is great because it forces you to keep your hips down in parallel to get the most out of this. So you're in your tabletop here, right? Sure, I have enough room. I might not have enough room. Let's see. So I'm going to shoot my right arm out like so. As I bring my right arm out, my left leg comes straight out. So from my right arm to my spine to my left leg, that's one straight line. So none of this should be nice and straight and neutral. I'm going to bring that back into center. Now I'm going to work the other side. So left arm comes out, and now right leg comes out. See how I'm nice and straight? Bring it back to center. What we want to watch out for is when you're doing this, if you're turning your hips up this way and your body this way, correct it by turning that hip down to face the ground, and now you're going to feel it a little bit more in your core. So we are going to do 20 of those total. I'm going to move this. 20 total. So 10 each side, alternating sides, passing through the middle as we do this. So start your tabletop. Take a nice deep breath. We're here. Start with whatever side you'd like. Again, opposite arm as leg. In 3, 2, 1. Bringing it out. and back to center. Take your time here. I want you to really focus on your form, where your hip placement is, and how much you're feeling this in your core. The whole time we should be squeezing that core. Little movement makes a big impact. Good. We're going for 20 total. Hip is down. Nice work. Nice. You've got this. Looks good so far. Don't forget to breathe halfway through it. Good. Nice. 5 more total. Keep it going. Good work here. Let's see one more. Back to tabletop. You can rest. Nice job. Hopefully that felt good in your core. You felt it nice and strong. Shake it out. We're going to take a second here. We're going to continue with this. This time around, we are doing the same thing, but we're adding in a little bit of an extra pulse here. So 20 total. Same thing. So right arm, left leg. Once you come out here, I want you to pulse it up and back down, and then come back to center. So kind of like when you're doing a Superman, right? You're lifting everything, but still working that core. So I'm here, lifting my arm and leg at the same time. Come down and back to center. Just a little added something. 20 total with that pulse back to center. Are we ready? Maybe 10 more seconds here. Again, continuing to work on that core. Stronger every day. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. We're here. Pulse it up, back to center, and down. We're out. Pulse it up, back to center, and down. Keep it going. Here. Pulse, back down to the middle. Out. Pulse, back down to the middle. Nice job. Keep those hips lifted. Core is squeezing. Hip stays down. Nice job. Pulse here, center, and out. Pulse, back together, center. Nice. These look good. Really awesome job. Nice long arms and legs. Five more. Squeezing, keep that focus and that balance. One more. Good. Bring it back in, shake it out. Really nice job. We're going to take about a minute here, grab some water. We're going to move onto our back to do some core. This can be a lot on the wrists when you're in tabletop, so shake out those wrists, roll them out. We're going to move to our back now. Give our arms, shoulders, and wrists a break. Doing a couple things, and then we'll move on to end it off with some more stretching. So you can grab some water. Take a second for yourself here. A nice lower impact core exercise coming up next. Make sure. So we're doing dead bugs. So on your mat, again, on your back here, sort of same kind of concept with the opposite arm as legs. This is more, you got to think about these things before we do them. So we are lying flat on our back. To start, you can bring both your legs up to 90 here. Both my arms are in front. As I bring my right arm back behind me towards my ear, my left foot comes out. So opposite arm, let me scooch closer. Opposite arm is leg. And then I come back to center to meet. After I come back to center, right leg and left arm comes back. And then I squeeze. So the goal here, the leg that's coming out, you're hovering right above the ground, arm is right above the ground, and you're squeezing back to center. So nothing ever touches the ground. However, when you're in this position, if I came over and put my hand under your lower back, I should not be able to because you should be pushing your core into the ground so that there is no space. So that's the goal as you're in this position, okay? So really think about that. We're going for 20 total with this exercise as well, alternating sides through the middle in 3, 2, 1. So we're going left leg, right arm to center. We're breathing nice and slow. Find that control and focus and come back up. If you want to tap that heel on the ground, you can, just so you know you're going further enough. But again, we're not really planting our foot on the ground. Nice. We are doing that one more time through. I'm going to add in, if you do have a weight or something you want to use, we can add some weight in here. I'm going to do this next one, body weight. I do have a couple weights here I can show you how to do with the weight. We'll give it 30 more seconds until we go into round 2. So if you are using a dumbbell, a ball, or any household item, I always say anything around your house you want to use works. It just need to be a dumbbell. During COVID, I would use whatever I had around my house. Cases of water, gallons of water. We make do with what we have. All right, so next round, if you're doing these dead bugs with a weight, grab it. Let's get into that starting position. Now both your hands, you're holding that weight now above your head the whole time, so your arms will not be moving back and forth, just your legs will be moving. So I'm here with that weight above my chest. All right, so squeezing to the ceiling. Legs come up here. Tap that leg or heel, come back to center. Pushing into the ground for 20. I may be able to use this. I'll use this weight. This is a 10. Again, 20 reps. Whatever you're going All right, so on our mat here, let's work into our hip flexor. So on your knees, one foot swings in front. Make sure that knee is pushed out. Toe is forward, leading into that hip flexor and holding. You can have your elbows rest on your knees as much as you can go forward. Good, now let's dig that heel into the ground, so flex that foot. Nice extended leg, come on over that leg. Notice my back isn't rounded. I'm pushing my shoulders down to have a nice flat back as I hold that stretch. Good. And swing it back around. Let's start off this next side by pushing into that hip. The toe is facing forward. Let's come on into it. Resting our elbows on our knees. Good. Sitting it back, kicking that heel into the ground. Nice flat back as we come over that other leg. And hold. Good work, good work. Good, let's sit down. We're gonna lie back on our back. This next, I like to call it a more of a dynamic stretch, but it's also working your core. Both of your hands are by your side, flat on the ground. Bring your legs up. Okay, so they're at about 90 here. You're going to bring your legs to one side. Together. Mine don't touch the ground, that's okay. You should be able to keep your right and left shoulder down on the ground and then come back to center. Notice you're going to feel your core working really hard to bring your legs side to side. If your shoulder comes off the ground, it means you're going over too far. So we're feeling this pull in our lower back, in our core. Again, my shoulder is staying down. Once I feel that little pull, I come back to center. I don't want to go over too far. Take it to the side. This should feel good. Nice stretch. And center. Good. If you want to bring those legs in to your body, they don't need to be at 90. Bring them in nice and tight. Shoulder stays down. Really nice work. Let's do 4 more total. Good. Last one each side. Bring it all the way over. And last one. Good. Alright, bringing it back up. Nice job there. A little extra core. We're going to stand up now. Let's finish off the last part of this stretch. Standing. Move my mat away. Let's start with a wide stance here. We're going to bring it over to one side, so right arm over to the left and holding, reaching as far over as you can go. Go back to center. Other arm swoops, comes all the way over, and hold. One more time each side, so right arm all the way over. And last time. Bringing it here, holding that stretch. Good, let it go. We are going to move into some side lunges and hold them. So you can come into a nice wide stance. I want you to try to keep your toes forward, okay? So it's going to need to be a lot wider than we think. We're going to move to the right side. So I'm pushing over to this right side into the hip, just like I'm sitting back into a chair, but just on that one side. The other leg stays extended and I'm holding that stretch. You should also feel this on the inside of that other. So we're holding. Nice job. Continue to breathe here. All right, back to center. You can extend that leg. Let's move into the left lunge. Keep that toe forward. Nice deep stretch here. Good work. Awesome. One more time each side. You can go a little bit lower. Beautiful. And holding. Back to center. Last time. Know what happened there? Lots going on with my technology today. Again, grabbing that elbow. Stretching out that tricep. I think I accidentally clicked 2 times on my AirPod and I was hearing some music play, so something I did wrong there. Shake it out other side. Stretching out that other tricep. With just a few minutes left, hopefully we're feeling a little bit better, stretched, relaxed, ready to conquer the day. Thank you for your participation. All right, you can let it go. Both arms all the way up. Take a stretch all the way above your head. Let's lean to the right side and hold. And lean to the other side and hold. Good, and let it go. We're going to take a nice deep breath together. So I want you to inhale, fill your lungs up with air, arms come above head. Exhale, we come all the way over, fold in half. To end this off, you close your eyes at your own time. I'll count you in if you'd like to follow along with me. Close those eyes. 3, 2, 1. Nice big inhale, arms up. Exhale, let it all go. Awesome. Really nice job. That's about all we have time for today. My name is Jenna, fitness coordinator in Bedford. Thanks for showing up this morning and hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.